What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, in this episode, I actually want to make a bunch of changes and continue this war to go on. And I'm going to do a bunch of pauses, and this war is going to go on for a while. Probably this whole episode is going to be around this war right here, Canada, United States, and Mexico. So, I'll be back in about a second. I'm going to make some changes, and you guys will see in about a second. Okay, so I'm back. So it seems like Canada has made some good pushes. They only have to deal with this island right here left in the United States. They've taken out Alaska completely, and they've pushed more south, taking more land and taking back all the land that they lost here. That's a good, but in over on this side, it's a different story. They've lost all of this territory right here, and they've been pushed back. But they still hold on to this area right here, which is a pretty good area of Canada, pretty populated. Here on the Mexican side, even more has changed. Mexico has pushed a lot into Texas, not really over on this area very much, like Canada did, but there was a lot of fighting down here. Mexico did a lot of pushing and encircled a lot of American troops in this province right here. And the United States also made a naval landing over here in Colombia and took over this whole island and made a naval landing on Puerto Rico. So that's how it's going right now. But it seems like the conflict is becoming very unstable, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be an end to the war anytime soon. So let's see how long it takes for this war to end. So not much has changed, but a little bit has changed. Not much, but the main change is that in Mexico, the country has become more and more unstable, and the Yucatan Republic formed right here, and they're now fighting with Mexico, and it seems like Mexico is on the verge of collapse. But we're seeing similar scenarios play out in the United States, quite similar. And Canada has halted the American advance a lot. It's pretty much became a stalemate on this side, and not much fighting really is going on here because Mexico has lost a lot of troops and is now fighting a lot more down here in this area, which has also ended up in a stalemate. So it seems like this war isn't really going nowhere, but I'm going to fast forward a lot quick. Okay, so it seems like the Canadians have made some good pushes, and the Americans have been down here fighting the Mexicans a lot and fighting with the Canadians. I'm gonna say it's been a couple years of fighting at this point since they started fighting, and it's been pretty brutal. Canada got back Newfoundland and these territories over here, and is invading Greenland as well. And I don't think they're gonna have a very hard time there. But you know what? I'ma have the Irish invade them as well. Invade the United States. Yes, Ireland is invading the United States right now. Such a tiny nation, but they're invading the United States, and all this is going on in Europe. And yeah, I'm gonna go back over here and make some more changes, and I'm gonna make some big changes. So I'll be right back in about a second. So we're back. So there's kind of a civil war going on in America. The Eastern Pacific Union is a breakout state. The Americans were doing pretty well over here. They had made some advancements in Alaska, but it seems like these territories have gone off and started doing their own thing, and they're not fighting with Canada. British Columbia is fighting with Canada either. The United States and Canada are kind of not fighting. Canada really can't do much. They don't have any valuable land no more. But now, it seems that the fight is still going on with Mexico, though, and the United States has been fighting in this area for a while, and who knows what Mexico will be able to do at this point. Will they survive? Will they collapse? They're extremely unstable. But I'm gonna have the Yucatan Republic gain some land and start to make pushes here against Mexico. We'll just say that their forces are weak here in the area, so they're easily able to push down into Central America. And they continue to push down into Central America, making quick work of the Mexican troops. I think you guys can see where this is going, so I'll pause this off. So, I'm back. The map, I'm guessing to you guys, looks a lot different. Okay. So, the American Civil War has continued on. Quebec, the Quebec Republic, right there, and Fascist Quebec. Two different Quebecs. But York, New York, has gained independence as well. And they've been some angry people and conquered lots of land. A lot of their land is controlled by another nation, the Great Lake Empire, which is a monarchy. So, Canada has also made more pushes against the United States as well after they lost literally all of this territory over here because all of these nations have become independent. But the Great Lake Empire is fighting with the United States, and so is York. But the two Quebecs have both just gained independence from the United States because they're not going to go off and conquer those territories because most of it's Canadian territory that they controlled at one point, but they're not really too worried about it. And then Mexico pretty much collapsed. Central Mexico, Ultra Mexico, which is fascist, and then the Yucatan expanded a lot more. But the old Mexican Empire still has lands down here. And then a lot has happened in South America. The Portuguese came back, took over all of Spain's Iberia, pretty much, and took over Brazil. I mean, what am I talking about? And then the Neo-Incan Empire is here, a puppet of the Londorian Republic. Eventually, I think there will probably be a couple more puppets because there's not really much that the Londorians really have a use for these lands over here in South America. They're not planning on conquering anything else, and they have the entirety of Argentina, which has a lot of resources, so they're good for a long time when it comes to resources and land. But yeah, is that everything? I think that's everything. Yeah, it should be everything. I think I want to make a couple more changes, and then that will probably be the end of the video. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've made a couple changes. As you guys can see, the United States is completely gone. And I've made this, like, northern Mexico. I've changed the name and, like, changed the color of it. I give it the same exact flag as northern Mexico. Or, I mean, Central Mexico. I'm going insane. And then here's exiled government. Exiled central government, which is the American, which was left of the American government. And then now Yucatan owns all of Mexico's territory that they had left, pretty much, which was this land down here, this island, and then some islands in the Caribbean, I think, is pretty much all they had left. And then the Eastern Pacific Union has gained land, a lot of land. Probably becoming one of the powerful states that came out of this. I would say the weakest is probably these Quebecs and then the Great Plains in America. Yes, this is the GPA, and it has no flag. The flag is literally just brown, but it has 94 pretty much on literally on par with the Great Lakes Empire, but the Great Lakes Empire has way stronger pretty much. And then New York got Washington right there. So that's pretty good. They're allies with the fascist Quebec. These two are allies. But I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think Quebec is going to be uniting anytime soon. In Canada, pretty much lost most of its good lands. But this is what it looks like when I zoom out. Let me see if I can turn off everything. There we go. So that looks pretty good right there. This is what the whole world looks like. This looks a lot different. A lot of new countries. So pretty cool. In the next episode, I'm planning on not doing as much, but I'm planning on not doing like focusing on one continent. I think I'm going to do stuff like all over the world, pretty much. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was pretty fun to make. It was pretty hard for me to make. A lot of time went into it. So, hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe.